Be honest with me, Dot. How many times have you said, I'll fix my life from Monday. I'll start after exams. I'll change next month. And then nothing changes. Days pass. Weeks pass. And slowly you start feeling something scary. Not pain. Not sadness, but numbness. Because deep down, you know you're capable of more. But you're stuck. You wake up tired. You scroll for just 5 minutes. And suddenly your day is gone. And at night you promise yourself again, tomorrow I'll do better. But tomorrow becomes a copy of today. Listen, this video is not here to judge you. It's here to save you. Because if you don't fix your life, now one day you'll wake up and realize you didn't waste a day, you wasted years. And the worst part? Nobody warned you in a way that hits the heart. So today, I'm going to do that. Like a big brother. No fake motivation. No. Just be positive. Only real steps that actually work, because your life is not finished. You're just in the middle of a bad chapter, and we're about to rewrite it. Let's start with the truth nobody tells students. Your life doesn't get ruined by one big failure. It gets ruined by small daily neglect, skipping one study session, one more late night, one more I don't feel like it. One more day of procrastination. It doesn't feel dangerous. But it is, because the brain loves comfort, and comfort slowly becomes a prison. And if you stay in that prison long enough, you start thinking that's just who you are. Lazy. Unmotivat. Hopeless. But that's not your personality. That's your routine. And routines can be changed. Fast. Part 1. The wake-up call before it gets too late. Let me tell you a story. There's a type of student I see everywhere. He's not dumb. He's not weak. Actually, he's talented. He dreams big, wants to make parents proud, wants to become successful, but his daily life is a mess. He wakes up late. He's always catching up. He studies with guilt, not discipline. And every night he whispers, why am I like this? Then he watches one motivational video. Feels inspired, makes a plan, and the next day, back to zero. This person isn't lazy. This person is overloaded, overstimulated, mentally tired, emotionally burnt out, and because his mind is exhausted, he escapes into phone, games, reels, drama, music, anything to avoid reality. Because reality feels heavy. And the brain runs from heavy things. That's not your fault. That's biology. Your brain chooses easy dopamine because it's surviving, not winning. But here's the key. If you don't take control now, your brain will make comfort your lifestyle. And then it becomes too late. Not because you can't change, but because you'll stop believing you can. Today is the day you stop that. Part 2. You don't need a new life. You need a new system. Let me destroy one dangerous lie. You do not need motivation. Motivation is a mood. Moods change. Some days you feel strong. Some days you feel dead inside. So if you depend on motivation, you will always be inconsistent. You don't need motivation. You need a system. System is something you follow even when you don't feel like it, like brushing your teeth. You don't need motivation for that. You just do it. So the goal is simple. Turn your life improvement into a non-negotiable system, and we'll build it using 3 parts. Morning gives, afternoon gives, night, and finally, the strongest part, mindset. Let's start. Morning system. Win the first hour, win the day the first hour after. You wake up decides your entire day. Science says right after waking up, your brain is in a sensitive state, whatever you feed it first becomes the direction of the day. If you start with phone, you teach your brain comfort first. You flood your mind with dopamine. And then everything else feels boring. Studying feels painful, work feels heavy, life feels dull. So here's the rule. No phone for the first 30 minutes. Yes, I know. You might think, bro, I can't. But listen carefully. That one change alone can improve your focus like crazy, because dopamine gets balanced. Now what to do instead? Simple. Step 1, drink water. Even mild dehydration increases fatigue and reduces focus. Step 2, make your bed. Sounds childish, but it gives your brain a small win. And small wins create momentum. Step 3, 5 minutes sunlight or fresh air. This regulates your body clock, improves mood, and reduces laziness. And then, step 4, the 10-minute power start. Write on paper One goal for today. Just one. Not 20. One. Example. I will study 2 hours today, or I will complete my assignment when your goal is clear. Your brain stops feeling lost when your brain isn't lost. It works better. Now here's the most powerful morning habit for fixing your life. Start with the hardest task first. That is called eat the frog. Why? Because willpower is highest in the morning, but it drains during the day. So if you delay the hard work, it becomes impossible later. So do one deep work session. Early, even 45 minutes. No distractions. Phone away, timer on. And when you finish, you'll feel like a warrior because you proved to yourself, I'm not weak. I just needed structure. Afternoon. System. Kill procrastination without fighting it. Now, let's talk about the enemy of student life. Procrastination. Procrastination is not laziness. Procrastination is emotional. Avoidance. You don't avoid studying. You avoid the feeling of studying. The pressure. The fear of failing. The boredom. So your brain escapes. But here's the trick. Don't force yourself to study for 5 hours. That will scare your brain. Instead, do the 2-minute rule. Tell yourself, I will study for only 2 minutes. That's it. And your brain relaxes because 2 minutes feels easy. And once you start, your brain enters motion, and motion kills procrastination. Because the hardest part is always call on starting. Not continuing. Also, you need to stop making this mistake. Planning. Too much. Students love making timetables, but they don't follow them because the timetable is unrealistic. It's based on your perfect future self, not your real self. So here's the smart method. Flexible blocks. Example. Block 1. Study 60 minutes, break 10 minutes, repeat 2 times. That's it. No. Overthinking. No perfect schedule. Just blocks and during breaks. Do not scroll reels because reels destroy focus. They train your brain to need constant stimulation. Instead, do these. Walk. Stretch. Drink water. Talk to family. Look outside. You don't need entertainment every 10 minutes. You need recovery. Evening. System. Fix your mind before sleep. Now, we talk about the part that decides your future. Night routine. Most students lose their life at night. Late night scrolling. Random videos. Overthinking. And sleeping with guilt. That's why your mornings are destroyed. Here's the truth. If you don't control your night, you can't control your life. So here's the night system. Step 1, 1 hour before sleep, no phone. I know it sounds hard. But this fixes everything. Less dopamine. Addiction. Better sleep. Better morning energy. Better focus. It's not magic. It's biology. Step 2, brain dump, journal write. What's stressing you, what's pending, what you need to do tomorrow. This removes mental pressure. It tells your brain, you don't need to think all night. It's written. That reduces anxiety. Step 3, 3 wins. Write 3 things you did well today. Even small. Example. I studied 20 minutes. I didn't waste the whole day. I tried. This rewires your brain. Because if your brain only sees failure, it will stop trying, but if it sees progress, it will fight. Mindset. The part that fixes your life forever. Now, listen carefully. Your biggest problem is not lack of time. Lack of energy. Not even phone addiction. Your biggest problem is you have started believing that you are that type of person. The lazy type, the inconsistent type, the failure type. But that identity is fake. It's only a story you repeated so many times that it became your truth. So from today, you change your identity. Say this. I am the type of person who fixes my life. Even if you don't fully believe it, identity comes before results. This is science. Your brain acts according to identity. If you see yourself as lazy, you'll behave lazy. If you see yourself as disciplined, you'll behave disciplined. So you must change the self-image. And here's one emotional truth I want you to remember. You don't need to become perfect. You just need to become consistent. Because consistency beats talent. Consistency beats luck. Consistency beats motivation. Small actions daily. Become a big life. The 7-day emergency reset plan. Do this now. If your life feels out of control, do this for 7 days. Only 7. No excuses. Day 1. Sleep early plus wake early. Day 2, no phone first. 30 minutes. Day 3, 1 deep work session. Day 4, remove. 1 distraction app. Day 5, workout, 15 minutes. Day 6, study block system. Day 7, journal plus plan next week. This is your comeback. And the best part? In 7 days, you will feel like a new person. Not because life changed, but because you changed. Conclusion. Motivational ending. Let me say something from the heart. You are not behind. You are not finished. You are not broken. You are just tired. And you've been fighting alone. But now you have a plan. Now you have a system. So don't make the mistake of waiting, because waiting feels safe. But it kills dreams. Start small. Start messy. Start today. Because one day you'll thank yourself. One day you'll look back and say, that was the moment I saved my life. And listen, if nobody told you this today, I will. I believe in you, not because you're perfect, but because you're still here, still trying, still searching for a way. That's strength. If this video helped you even 1%, do me a favor, like the video so it reaches more students, subscribe, because we're building a strong mindset family here, and share this video with one friend who is silently struggling, because sometimes one video can save a whole year, and sometimes a whole life.